Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. I am SASO and I'm gonna report the part 2 of the ULO 3C, which will cover the remaining topics. Measuring actual performance. There is a need to measure actual performance so that when shortcomings occur, adjustments could be made. The adjustments will depend on the actual findings. Comparing actual performance to objectives and standards. Once the actual performance has been determined, this will be compared with what the organization seeks to achieve. This is very important because it will provide a necessary information for the organization to evaluate whether they are still on track with their objectives and kung hindi ba sila off track sa kung anong gusto nilang makamit based on their actual findings. Kasi iba kasi yung sa mga theoretical, pag magpaplano ka theoretical, iba rin yung sa actual kasi maraming factors na kailangan mong i-consider at mga mangyayari sa actual na paminsan hindi na iiwasan. Taking necessary action. The purpose of comparing actual performance with the desired result is to provide management with the opportunity to take corrective action when necessary. Hence, pag mabigay na sa yung information na then with that information, it will be useful for you to come up with a solution and to act on it afterwards so that you could provide a solution for the concern or you can improve your current state of the organization or the project on hand. Next is the types of control. This was discussed by the previous reporter. So, dili na kayo kumakuha na feed forward control, bale the control done before the activity, parang pre siya, yung preparing, setting up control before, predicting the possible outcomes that would arise during the activity. Then the concurrent control, conducting control measures while the activity is ongoing. Then feedback control, this occurs after the activity and after gathering the informations afterwards, then the management will most likely conclude a control that could be used for the next activity and to improve the next activity. Components of organizational control systems. Strategic plan. It provides the basic control mechanism for the organizations. When there are indicators that activities do not facilitate the accomplishment of strategic goals, these activities are either set aside, modified, or expanded. The long-range financial plan. The planning horizon differs from company to company. Most firms will be satisfied with 1 year. Engineering firms, however, will acquire long-term financial plans. Then we have the operating budget. An operating budget indicates the expenditures, revenues, or profits planned for some future period regarding operations. These are the budgets set aside for operations and other the cost operations ay mga gastos sa pagpapaandar o pagpapagalaw ng plano. Performance appraisals. Performance appraisal measures employee performances. As such, it provides employees with guide on how to do their jobs better in the future. Next, we have the statistical reports. Contains data on various developments within the firm. Among information which may be found in the statistical report pertains to the following: labor efficiency rates, quality control rejects, accounts receivable, accounts payables, sales reports, accident reports, power consumption reports, which are all necessary, which are all essentials in having an organization, like labor efficiency rates, the way yung progress yung yung labor nyo is, are they meeting the standards set by the management, the quality control, or the quality of the products or the outputs that the management are able to produce. Then we have the accounts receivable, the inflows, and the accounts payable, the outflows. Then we have the sales reports. Ito, ano na. Then we have accident reports. Common ito sa mga engineering companies kasi most likely maraming mga maraming mga empleyado sa engineering companies that do construction works. Oftentimes in the field, there maraming paminsan-minsan if hindi, kahit careful yung kumpanya, meron talaga mga instances na hindi naiwasan, merong mga aksidente na minsan out of the control of the company na. Pero the company will do their best to provide necessary equipment and regulations and rules so that ma-prevent yung mga accidents na ganito. Then power consumption report, self-explanatory na. Then we have the strategic control systems. To be able to assure the accomplishment of the strategic objectives of the company, strategic control systems becomes necessary. These systems consist of the following: the financial analysis. The success of most organizations depend heavily on its financial performance. It is just fitting that certain measurements of financial performance be made so that whether deviations from standards are found out, corrective actions may be introduced. Then second, financial ratio analysis is a more elaborate approach used in controlling activities. Under this method, one account appearing in the financial statement is paired with another to constitute a ratio. Bale, you have a reference report so that you could know whether the financial activities is having a positive effect or a negative or a downside in the company. Next, identifying control problems. Recognizing the need for control is one thing. Implementing it is another. When operations become complex, the engineer manager must consider useful steps in controlling. Krutner mentions 3 approaches. Here, we will discuss the control problems. It is said here that recognizing the need for control is one thing, implementing it is another. Murag sa online class karon, usahay kay na mga times nga na mga workload activity nya, napugay mga activity sa balay, samot na karon ka nas balay, daghan kag kanang mas daghan kag sana ka ng time nga makakuan sa imong family, dali ra ka usay wala off track sa imong academics, din samot nara ka sa balay, lahi ra tong nasukan. So samot in here ginakuha niya, for example, na-recognize na nimo nga exams na kailangan nimo mag-study, pero imong wala pa gyud mo kasi na-recognize mo, pero ang lisod na pud na part kay pag-implement nga kailangan mo mag-study kay daghan kay mga factors nga dali ra kay ka off track. Then these are the 3 approaches. Executive reality check. Second, comprehensive internal audit. Third, a general checklist of symptoms of inadequate control. Employees at the front line often complain that management imposes certain requirements that are not realistic. So this is most likely mga nasa lower kuan nga employee na kung asa gina-impose sa mga higher ups ang ilang mga certain requirements nga oftentimes na murag makita sa mga nga murag dili naman siya kailangan niya, murag lisod po kayo siya lisod po siya ma-met murag standards kasagaran nga napod siguro yung mga time nga over pud kaayo. Siguro. Comprehensive internal audit. An internal audit is undertaken to determine the efficiency and effectiveness of the activities of an organization. Among the many aspects of operations within the organization, a small activity that is not done right may continue to be unnoticed until it snowballs into a full-blown problem. Dapat as early as those little concerns should be noticed. Mo na yung purpose ng comprehensive internal audit, to have a system that would recognize those small concerns that ma-prevent nila, so that those concerns within the organizations would dili siya mag-age over time, then mag-cause rade gyapon ka ng mas dako pa og apekto in the future sa company. Symptoms of inadequate control. If a comprehensive internal audit cannot be availed of for some reason, the use of a checklist for symptoms of inadequate control may be used. Kreitner has listed some of the common symptoms as followed. 1. An unexplained decline in revenues and profits. Number 1, katingala-tingala bitaw na siya kay bro, kitagod pag matingalang ta nga mawala natay kwarta sa 50 sa bulsa ya, naglakaw tayo, wala gud ta naggagasto pero mawala gid ang 50 sa imong bulsa ya, mo tong naga-aro siya kanang kuan ba nga suspicious kung kalimtano na ba ta or kuan. So same ra gyud na company, sama ta sa company nga dako kayo nga daghan kayong tao ginagunita ang ang money should be accounted peso by peso kay para to monitor whether the money are flowing on the right path, or dapat ba siya sa mga department, o ang mga department na apply ba nila ang kwarta sa tamang pamaagi, o makita po nimo kung asa nag-decline ang inyong profit, maka-produce ka ng action dayon para dili na mag-worsen in the future. Second, degradation of service. Customer complaints. Kani siya kay murag sa siguro ni sa customer complaints. The quality of the output and the frontline talking with the clients, siguro manang the degradation of service, murag ning baba na ilang kuan, wala na sila nakaabot atong criteria nga dapat ma-met sa company in terms of dealing with clients and projects. 3. Employee dissatisfaction. Complaints, grievances, turnover. Number 4, cash shortage caused by bloated inventories or delinquent accounts receivable. 5. Ideal facilities or personnel. Number 6, disorganized operations like workflow, bottlenecks, excessive paperwork. Kani siya, this will really arise complaints from the upper ups, especially pag makita nila na messy ang kanang workplace, disorganized, kay it will showcase the workflow of a company, and also it will showcase the personalities of the people working there, because kung disorganized ilang table or ilang kuan, or how they handle the papers, samot pud mag-reflect pud siguro sa output on how they conduct the project field. Kay dapat what you show to others dapat, or what you present yourself to be, should be your actions also. Number 7, excessive costs. Number 8, evidence of waste and efficiency, scrap or rework. And that is all for today. Thank you for listening.